didn't know, I also co-host a travel show. When do I find the time? Oh, that's why I do the show in bed, because I don't have the time to do anything else, right? So I co-host a travel show called HappeningOut.travel on Sundays. Go watch it, all right? So a few weeks ago, we reported that a Canadian company was adding electric seaplanes to its fleet to help the environment. Well, now Air Canada is also following suit. They've ordered 30 of the new E-30 electric plane developed by Heart Aerospace, and they're expected to be ready by 2028, and that's around the corner. The plane can carry 30 passengers up to 250 miles with almost no emissions, which is fantastic. They also have a longer range version that can carry 25 passengers up to 500 miles. What are we all talking about? What do you think about this?
Well, I think it's going to be very cool if it actually happens.
Because I've heard a similar story like this in the past.
Yeah.
Right? Is that because I thought maybe it was just one of my drunken blackouts? I'm like, I've heard this story before. Like, I mean, like 10 years ago.
Right.
A long time ago. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. They've been kind of putting this all together. I mean, and granted, it's not a step forward in technology. It's a major leap forward in technology. So I don't know. I'm just, I'm one of those like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's cool. Let me know how the first flight went and I'll get on the next one. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things.
Yeah, well, like that one person takes their 20 friends, right? Because they're like, okay, I got to get 20 friends to get on this space, and then you all die.
Yeah.
Like that's a bummer.
Yeah. Oh, I always get nervous when I get on a plane. Because like walking through and like sometimes I used to fly from here to LA a lot. So you'd see celebrities on planes and I would like, oh, there's Ricky Martin. That's so cool. And then I'd be like, oh crap, that's Ricky Martin. And if something happens to this plane, I'm going to be one of the 187 others.
It would say Ricky Martin and 187 others. And then in parentheses, it might say John Hayden.
It might.
It'll say a writer from SFGN, a South Florida writer. Yeah. That's what it'll end up saying. Oh my goodness. Well, I think I hope it pans out. I've been thinking about, we've all been thinking, think about the Jetsons, right? When was the Jetsons? Was that 70s?
60s?
Okay.
64.
And since then, people are like, oh, in our lifetime, we'll see flying planes. In our lifetime. We can't even figure out the Bright Line. If you know what the Bright Line is, look it up. It's a South Florida disaster. It's supposed to go really fast, but it ends up killing a lot of people, unfortunately. Oh, Lord. Well. Okay. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Listen, if this pans out, I definitely will be on it. I have a feeling that it will be uber expensive, probably. Yeah. But the fact that it could also help the environment, and maybe it could branch out to not only hold 25 people, maybe it'll end up being a whole plane ride somewhere sometime in the future. Maybe, who knows?
Let me ask you a question. When you get on like those regional jets, like they're like one chair on one side and two on the other, very narrow, and you're just like flying like from here to Orlando.
Like the Vespa, not the Vespas. What do you call those?
Like the Pipers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you ever like when you start watching people sit down, you're like, okay, you should sit over on that side, because I'm like balancing the plane weight in my head.
What I'm doing is, it sucks that we're so, again, this is something else that we have so much in common. We're gloom and doom mother effers. Like, we're total gloom and doom mother effers, right? So I'm on the plane going, okay, if some shit goes down, that guy, I'm gonna use him as muscle. That guy I can use as a shield because he's not gonna do much. That girl's just hot. I'm gonna try to get her number, right? Like that's where I'm at. Where I'm just like, when you're thinking about weight, I'm thinking about how can we bum rush the front if we had to. The crazy things that we think about when we get on the plane, right?
Good times.
I don't think that'll ever go away.
Oh no.
No.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the Faye What Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the Faye What Show. Get the week started with me.